gentlemen, welcome to your Stand and Deliver review. I am full of it. How we doing? Cheers all around. We are here to celebrate NXT's WrestleMania of the Year from St. Louis. It was a hell of a show, and I'm not alone. That's right. I borrowed from the bank. I took a loan, and I brought my own friend back. That's right. From the Cater Takers, cemetery graveyard, it's Spaz Phoenix.
What's going on?
Oh, that's right. The man, the myth, the legend himself is currently on assignment, but we've got Spaz in the house. I think we can hear you now, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Ah, there we go.
I was gonna say you got to keep the show running because Spaz is lazy and may have had a few favorites.
No. We libations are allowed here. It's Saturday. That's what NXT is all about. And hopefully everybody, hopefully everybody enjoyed. I know you're a little bit on the lower side, so we're gonna go ahead and try and pump that out. But sounding
me louder and more obnoxious.
We'll try and get you, pump up the jams. But hello to everybody. Welcome. It is indeed April 4th, 2026, as we head into Easter. Wow, already.
Liz is in the chat and pretending she's happy to see me.
Yeah, she is indeed. So many are. We've got so many greats in the chats, like Liz, like Paul, like Jeremy, and so many more. We saw Stuart before. Pico's in there. So is Nate and many others. Thank you all for being here. Happy early Easter.
Thank you.
B Spaz B.
Very nice. Very evil.
Actually, it went boo Spaz, boo, but it said B Spaz, B. That comes from Cody's number one fan, Senor Jeremy, the Senor.
I was saying boo earns.
You were, yeah. I was. He comes out. Senor Jeremy goes, comes out with the hips for the Latin women. It's early still. I can't start stripping. Spaz, this was a really fun show. Top to bottom kickoff. I enjoyed a lot of this. Little bit of a hiccup here and there, but still, thank you so much to Senor Jeremy for being the first donor of the night and for kicking that super chat our way, helping keep the PC and everything else alive. We did get the new PC. We put it together. It's improved now that I installed the right drivers. Things are seemingly running well. I'm not broadcasting in 4K, but I am presented in 4K, so go figure that one.
With a ham sandwich either, so.
No, I didn't. I didn't want to up the bandwidth right now because everything in its mother apparently is trying to connect to Kazaa tonight, and the network's been pretty shit-tastic, so I wanted to be careful. I'd rather be here in 1080p at 9,000 frames per second. So I did the benchmark test, and when I played 2K on the old PC, we got 52 frames per second on like their high setting. So good. It's definitely manageable, but this one gets 198.
You were trying to explain it to me off air when you were trying to run your old computer. The parts were melting.
Yeah, basically. So I've got to get pictures of it, but the motherboard, it warped. And when it warped, now the pins weren't touching in certain parts on the CPU board and a few others, and it wasn't like it was missing. There was nothing to solder. It's just the board was slightly warped from where all the heat went through, and that was liquid cooled too. It was just the GPU running at that high heat for so long. It had a 3070 in it, so happy to go ahead and have this baby that we're taking great care of and working hard for. So hopefully everybody in the chat is doing well. We see Spaz Phoenix chatting in the chat. That's Spazception. They delivered a strong show tonight.
I'm going to cut you off right off the bat.
Go right ahead.
Because after 14 years or so, I finally changed the logo on my channel there, playing with AI. Oh no, I was using AI. I'm a terrible person now. But I was over hanging out with our friends at the Wrestling for Life network there, and
yeah,
I couldn't keep track of my own chats because I'm so used to the old Phoenix logo. I was like, where's the last thing I said? I was trying to make a point there somewhere. Yeah.
Somewhere in there, but yeah, no, fuck AI, right? Oh no, who would use AI, especially not in this channel? God, that'd be terrible.
Definitely not El Grande Americano.
It's like summoning the Satan bell, but worse. I
Jeremy's
was promised
fantastic.
tacos. Ah, damn it.
Fantastic. He's making fun of the syrup. Don't make fun of the syrup. It's nice, thick,
It's
it's delicious.
delicious.
Oh, we're off to
We're
an
not.
amazing start tonight,
We
buddy.
are. We are. I mean, St. Louis was definitely a great place to be. This place was rocking. And I love the comments that are like, oh, they only got 2,000 seats sold. They sold out, but it was 2,000 seats. And I'm like, and that's what you sell at a Dynamite when you're on a good day. And that's your main show. Like this is yes, it's stand and deliver, but they did it in fucking St. Louis. Like, yeah, it's a big market, but it's not the biggest market. The thing about Vegas is people not only travel there for work and leisure and vacations, but they would go and plan all the events. So they would go to Mania, go to this, go to WrestleCon, so on and so forth. It was a gigantic chain of events that made it one huge spectacle. So I like it being part of its own weekend, but being away from Mania also gets rid of that chance to have those gigantic stadium moments, I feel like, or arenas, I should say, not stadiums, but I digress. You get my point.
I will say, to be fair, and I don't want because we're the NXT guys here, and I don't hide my bias usually. I have to be fair.
Dodging
in
strays.
saying- yeah. No, I have
Late
to be
fire.
fair that in the sense of did they succeed in making me think that they weren't in a small venue? No, but I think they set up the venue as well as they could to make it feel as big as they could. I would
Yes.
love it to feel like it's in a regular arena. Over on my channel in the preview, I said they should have swapped it around.
Yeah.
Had St. Louis be the go home show and maybe bring in pull a couple strings, pull a couple sheets, get a couple TNA people in, get a couple AAA people in, and try to fill the Garden. Would I like to see the days where every now and then they can go back and fill the Barclays Center? Yes. Did they manage to replicate that and make me forget that they were in a smaller building? No, they didn't. But did
If
they
they came out there and said they had a purpose, if they could rally the fans with hair in my eye, they could go ahead and they would manage to do it. I know they would. They would have to be the same way they were for All In with Ring of Honor, to be like, we need to sell this, we need to do this, this is what we want, and this is what we need to make happen. Listen, we want to break a record, we want to help us. And that, if they could eat a little bit of humble pie, I guarantee fans would show up for. Because if you give them something to show up for, they care. They sold out that All-In building in minutes, 10,000 plus seats. So they had to keep adding seats until it was over capacity.
The very first All In.
Yes, the Ring of Honor one.
Before
AEW started. Yes.
And you know what? I will still even with how much AEW can eat my ass today, I will still go back and watch that inaugural not AEW All In and still say that was a fun show.
It was great. You had the Jericho surprise, obviously, as Penta, and there was a lot of fun on there.
In the chat calling out SmackDown. I think we could make a whole other pod about SmackDown, and
we need to. SmackDown was pretty horrid, but I was like, I wasn't as harsh as some people. I think I gave it a 4. Chat. Somebody remind me. I've still not slept much. I am in a peculiar state. I'm in that I think I'm dreaming, but I'm actually awake spot now. And I love people that you see nowadays that are just they're clinicians. They all have something, and they say oh, I have PTSD. I have insert ailment here. I have Tourette's, but it's just a thought, a fake diagnosis. I am actually diagnosed with insomnia, and you get to the point where you if you're up long enough, it's people joke about the Fight Club thing, but it's not that extreme. But you do get the point where you're like today, I keep nodding off. My wife's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Shh, I'll be good." Just falling asleep in little micro naps, just enough for the body to be like, "Yep, we're still going." So we even saw it on air at one point. I'm like, "Yep, I'm good. I'm going." So you're gonna have to steer this ship, Captain. That's why I'm telling you now. So when we get into Stand and Deliver in a minute, you're gonna keep us afloat.
We're both asleep at one wheel. That's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. Well, here's the thing. Us big fellows, if we both lean on that wheel together, the centripetal force of what we're trying to do in the forward and inertia with and minus gravity plus height equals, it's not going to move.
Speaking of
should be all right.
Leaning on big people, the last time I was at an AEW show, I think I was the smallest guy in my section, and some of the sweat on my shirt wasn't mine. I mean, what? Anyways, that whole big,
we had the drums. I used to I'm sorry. It's pretty gross. I'll give you a holy shit. There we go.
Look at that. Spaz kind of knows what he's doing. No, it was like right around the same time as, remember that big social media post that went around about like how like AEW fans don't shower, and I'm like,
Yes.
as much as I want to laugh at that, like that's kind of shit. Like, don't
Yeah,
do that.
it's all wrestling fans. But then you went.
And then you went to the show, and I was like, and to be fair, the people around me were very nice.
Yes. Who went first, you or I? Because we both went to Collision at the time where FTR was like teaming with Punk, and they were messing with the Robinson Treehouse family.
It was right before
the Bridgeport one.
I went to the Collision in Toronto. That was the night before. What's it called? Open Door, Forbidden Door gimmick.
Forbidden Door, yeah. Because all right, so we went right after Forbidden Door.
Basically, they got 2 tickets out of me because I want PCM.
We went before because when Punk X'd out the belt, that was the night we went. You saw him; he had the belt already spray painted, right?
Yeah.
So we were the week before, because reason being, you and I made this joke, like, oh yeah, we'll put it to the test, and when we went. And we were like, "Oh dear God!" I don't know if Arthur Ashe Stadium, because it's such a nice open air stadium and it's gigantic, and the seats. I've been embarrassed enough. Anybody that's gone with me to a wrestling show in recent decade has known, like, I have to go and get us fat seats, which are the handicap ones. So they make you sit in like a folding chair, but they usually put you marginally closer than where you were. So that's a benefit. Remember Aaron Lewis? We got to sit on the side of the stage. My wife was like, "I'm happy you're fat for one time only."
I will say, right? Like, I will say, like, for anybody that's been to, not the Rogers Center, that's the Sky Dome. What's the other one? Scotiabank Arena used to be the Air Canada Center. Everything gets renamed because the world is silly and we live in a stupid place. It's not a bad.
Did you say dome?
I did.
I thought so. I was just, I was.
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto, elimination chamber, steel cage set, it's cutthroat behavior. Just Jake on the mic, Spaz up in the dome. Yo, we clutched up in Toronto, elimination.
That's all you need. You get it, but
what's
forever.
Funny is the whole like chamber in the dome thing has gone more than a year now because we've had a whole other.
We've had another chamber. We're gonna have 10 chambers. That's never gonna get old. I still say.
Technically, that was chamber, and then this year we had Chamberhausen.
Yeah.
And everybody loved Chamberhausen, didn't they?
They loved Chamberhausen, so we got to get that part of it and then combine it with Booker T. Oh, we're on to something, and then we're...
Wave your hands from side to side, say...
He's great. And they say he doesn't make stars. My God. Look what he did for Trick, for Joe, for... The list goes on and on. Not just their entrances, but, like Jada Parker... People didn't care for her at all. Once Booker couldn't stop gooning over her, basically, in his own like commentary way, not a perverted way. As soon as he became like commentary obsessed, forget it. The fans, Jada Parker, like that was all him.
Miss Parker.
That is all Booker T, and he's done it for. It's been replicated numerous times, but yet he has the power.
Because you and I have talked before, and like this is as good a tangent as any to start off the night. You and I have talked before, like, you get guys like LA Knight, guys like Jey Uso, and there's others, obviously, like DX back in the day, The Rock. Crowd participation and crowd, like, call and response is, like, one of the best things there is in wrestling. And Booker T, through commentary, is helping cultivate those things.
Yeah.
Look at Trick Williams right now.
Yeah. Call the answer every time. Whoop that Trick. People love chanting, but he's so much more than that. But what does it do? It gives them an aura. So when they come out, now you have something to yell. And what happens when you're yelling? People want to get in on it. And what happens when people get in on it? It's like a cult. Like it just keeps growing. Like that's how the Yes movement took off. People didn't know it was with Daniel Bryan, most people. They just knew the Yes thing. But then the story and Conor and, his cure thing that they did and all of that with Mania 30 and it just grew. It blew up. It was massive. It was viral.
But I want to touch on something, and it's completely out of order. But right before they went into the main event tonight, Vic Joseph really drove it home, like talking about what Stand and Deliver can mean for people, and he made an excellent point. Look at the main event of Stand and Deliver last year. The 3 guys in Stand and Deliver last year
are all
2 of them are fighting for titles.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right in that? Yeah, 2 of them are fighting for titles.
Yes.
And the other one's fighting Brock Lesnar.
Exactly.
Oh, like it's not.
How do you beat that? You don't.
I was gonna say arguably, but not even arguably. Potentially, like Brock and Oba is pretty much the only match on WrestleMania that everybody agrees on. So I would definitely say it's bigger than a title.
Yeah.
Trick Williams is like $1,005,000, and Javon Evans isn't really being presented in that top tier, but he's the mid card that you look forward to.
Yeah, and so here's the thing, like growing up in the Attitude Era times, one of my absolute favorites was Road Dogg. He's known this, like always. And I actually thought a few years back, I'm like, why is that? Because not that he wasn't a good wrestler, but his matches then, they were always super short, or there was some DQ spot really, or they put somebody through into a garbage, bin, or in a trash can, or in a like that. There wasn't a lot of depth to it, and it wasn't like wow wrestling. It was the call and response thing. It was say it along with me now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Like I remember my buddy Nick and I, and even Jeremy at times, we had that like written on notebooks. Jared was big into the Hardy Boys. When we went to SmackDown, he wanted the pendant, and they sold out, and we were heartbroken. Bastards.
You remember there was a pay-per-view ages ago where enough people had gotten together and printed it all out, and the entire speech was like written around the outside of the audience, like with one person holding up a piece of paper and a piece of paper and a piece of paper and a piece of paper.
And they just made the whole thing. And that's how ingenious fans were at that time. The signs, there was nothing better than the opening of a Raw where everybody had, those signs were up so high, but you know what? People knew to keep it down, like during pyro. You didn't have people holding it up the whole night. It was like only during big spots, and then people like it was like a different time.
To be fair,
the
you also
flash bulbs
to the audience at the time.
That's true too. And a side story, really quick. I know I've told it on air before, but when we got really good seats from my uncle, because where he was with a like a security detail thing at that point, and got us to SmackDown.
I want a discount on high quality curtains, please.
I'm not kidding. That went down wrong. I'm dying.
Okay, I just lost the visual, so I don't know what the hell just happened.
Oh, sorry. I was laughing as that went. Excuse me, I'm dying. I swallowed that with air. I'm gonna die. The very first sponsor I ever got on this channel, they were like, "Do you want to sell high quality curtains?" And I was like, "I don't know if a wrestling audience wants curtains." They're like, "Sure they do. Check out our catalog. Sign this contract." I was like, "Let me just see what you have to sell on the website." And just for like a foot of a curtain was like $1,000. I'm like, yeah.
The funny thing is because you just go on, I'm watching you almost die on a time delay here.
Just, I'm trying to get it back up for you, but that's funny.
With some of the ladies that were on the card tonight, I wouldn't mind buying some bacon curtains.
Right, but they ran out of those. I mean, it was just total imposter syndrome. I'll never forget that. It was that, and it was I'm
not gonna be able to shut off your chat.
There was a Pakistani gentleman as well that was like, "I can help you grow your channel." He's like, "Here's what you're missing. Here's the SEO you're missing, and here's all these other things." And I'm like, "Well, you just told me what to do without me paying you." And he was like, "Oh yeah, huh? Fuck." I still have the screenshots. Thank you, Paul, so much for that laugh alone. Oh, my ribs hurt. Yeah, they wanted us. I have to look it up, see what the name is, but they wanted us to sell high quality curtains. They're like, if your co-host, and you can get a few friends on board. It was some, I swear, like Ponzi pyramid scheme altogether. But if you sell enough curtains, then you get 20% off your purchase of curtains. So I don't get money. No, you get curtains.
All right, I don't need curtains. My customers don't need them. My viewers don't need curtains. It is what it is.
But they like wrestling. Do you have like wrestling curtains? And she's like, "Get out of my store." Just all get out of my store.
I'd have to find you a picture before
I'll find you a catcher.
Yeah. Well, there we go. No, before I got placed at the job that I have now, I was temping, so I kind of went everywhere for a bit. And one of the places I went was a fabric cutting place. And one of the things they had up on the wall was they had designed one of the old SmackDown ring skirts, and it was across their whole wall. And I'm like, can I take a picture of that?
Can
Am I
I-
allowed to take a picture of that? Because that's pretty.
Can I bring that
kick-ass.
home? Because if I
Yeah, well,
can,
just wrap it around my house. It's fine.
yeah,
Don't worry about it.
just round that pole. When I used to work at Hollywood Video, families would ask all the time, be like, "Oh, can we have whatever like display we had?" So I used to try and make sure, we had like the Hannah Montana one that people were going nuts for. So you try and make sure people that are like, it's going to these two sisters kind of things, and you can give stuff out. And that was always the cool part, like all the extra stuff they would send for merch and marketing and advertising that a lot of places would never put out, that they would just give to family and friends. We used to do like community days and stuff where we would give out like backpacks, and it was nuts. But all of those, like I remember I had the Halo 2 Master Chief standee, the one with the Mountain Dew where he's got the two submachine guns. Yeah, I had that in my room forever. People would actually pay for that already, but yeah.
For the amount of movies I watch when I'm not watching wrestling, I've never had a job like in a video store, never had a job in a theater, never had a job in like anything related to movies, and I kind of wish I had. Past time where
there's actually a dollar store right now that brought back movie rentals, and each week they pick up new Blu-rays and DVDs, and they are making, they said, a killing. People are coming in to rent again because they don't want to deal with buying a whole streaming service. They just want a movie for that night, and they people are making, speakeasies, but for Blockbuster. It's popping up all over the place. There's one the town over from me that just opened. It's like you rent fast, I think. I have to look up the card. We got them in the mail, but I'm like, that is nuts. DVD, Blu-ray, and game rental. Games are $4 a day. The Blu-rays and DVDs, I think, are $3 to start.
We go so retro. You know, the people that are like, oh, as soon as we weren't listening to records anymore, like we couldn't really listen to music. I'm waiting for the day that people come out and start espousing the values of VHS tapes.
Right.
If you're listening right now, folks, and you don't know what a VHS tape is, ask your parents. Spaz is old.
Nothing like a good old answering machine. So I made the comment the other day to
answering machine cassettes. Do the old Seinfeld. You need to pick it out. Pick it out with a pen.
We got to pick it out, and then you just roll the tape back. So the other day,
and I used to scratch my ass.
My father-in-law leaves me a voicemail, and he talks still like it's an answering machine. And I laughed my ass off. He's like, "Hello, you there? Pick up." And he's done this for like 2 decades now. Like, you figure I've explained it enough, but apparently not. So I'm like, I can't hear you. He's like, well, yeah, you can listen to him. I'm like, but it doesn't play when you. Never mind.
I had a friend in high school whose grandparents used to talk to the answering machine like it was a person.
Oh yeah, but that's what he does. Like, hello, Jeeves.
You would pop up the thing. It's just like, tell them we called.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Tell them we called.
Please let them know. He's done the same to like the AI assistants, where I jokingly put out a tweet where I'm like, who uses their manners when they talk to AI? Because I'll do it every now and again, but it's more of like a teasing thing. Like, please,
please and thank you to your
AI overlord
and your Alexa, because they will remember when the robot overlords take over.
Exactly. They could be like, that one was nice to me. That one showed me respect.
The lasers will come out, and then your answering machine will run up beside you and to defend you and say, no. This one always said thank you.
This one loves hentai.
Here's the log, and here's my log. Anyways, there was a show tonight.
Enslave him as anal slave. There's also a Raw coming up this Monday. The penultimate show. That's my word, because people are like, you don't know what that means. That was the biggest thing. And I'm like, it's before the last, And they're like, well, shut up. We got Brock and Obafemi face to face. CM Punk speaks after attacking Roman Reigns on the previous show, and Seth Rollins opening the show.
Okay. I'll call out WWE for this, because I used to call out AEW for it back in the day. when it gets this close to WrestleMania, and because normally on Raw it's like, oh, so and so and so and so like are going round 3, and this
Yeah.
person's winning the title against so and so. At this point, watching the ads for Raw is just like all these people that are on the show will be on the show.
They'll be on the show. See, I love this. You can keep talking, and I get a chance to pee, and no one's any the wiser because I got a cast in my foot. So I got the urinal.
Tune in on Monday to see people come to work.
Right? And people just go ahead and they want to go to work. And I have nothing left to drink. So, see, it's dual purpose.
Oh, my.
Tastes like vodka.
When I throw this out there as an audio extra, that's going to be really awkward.
Yeah, just to know that I'm drinking a big cup of, gigantic.
Anyway,
it's
so,
pretty large, but hey, there we
Shawn
go.
Michaels Sexy Red kicked off the show.
How about that? Before we even
was
got that, we got our pre-show.
The pre-show tag. Oh,
Yes.
I have to tell the story. WWE's kind of retarded.
Yes, please do.
So everybody in the States that was watching this show, I'm assuming you tuned into YouTube at 6 o'clock and watched the kickoff, and then it just went right into the show, correct?
I had to switch to a new
Okay.
stream, but I also was like a few minutes behind, so I don't know if it just sent everybody there or not.
Because everywhere else that are watching it on Netflix didn't have access to the YouTube stream of the show, because I guess they wanted people to tune in for Netflix, right? But Netflix does not and has never included the pre-shows. So
Yeah.
it's a bit of like tune into
YouTube.
watch the kickoff, and then go to a completely different I was gonna say venue, that's the wrong thing.
Yeah,
Completely
that's
different
not
platform
the-
to watch the actual show. But there was nothing, and I sent you the picture. I'm just like, are you guys
Yes.
getting this? Can you?
And
maybe
everyone's
send
like,
me the
hell
link or
no.
whatever? And it's just like I got other people. I think it was Bradley over in my chat from the Wrestling for Life guys community. Sent me the link, and it was, quite obviously, this is not available in your area. Da 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 da. I sent out inquiries to the only other people I know that know stuff is you and KJ and Nick. And I'm like, somebody tell me something. And Nick's like, well, we've got it here and blah, blah, blah. And this is what I've got. And yeah. And I'm like, so he sent me a link. It didn't work. Bradley sent me a link. It didn't work because it was obviously blocked because I assumed that it was attached to the whole show. And it's just like, okay, I go back to, you go to the WWE YouTube page and there's like videos, shorts, playlists, blah, blah, blah. You go to the live thing, and the next thing listed to go live was AAA, which is happening right now, actually. I'm like, okay, maybe I just don't get the kickoff. And I wouldn't give a shit if it wasn't for the fact that they actually put a match on the kickoff for once. And Nick from Wrestling for Life, Big Nick, our buddy, who's awesome, gave me a recommendation for a VPN, which I've never done before. So I took 5 minutes and taught myself how to use a VPN. Got on there.
There you go. Hey, that works.
And figured out that once I had the VPN going, I couldn't send super chats to anybody because I have a Canadian credit card attached to my YouTube account.
Oh no,
So
yeah, because it region locks it.
Yeah, and so I was like doing super chats from my phone for a little bit, and then like as soon as I figured it all out, got in and got the show going, and they started watching their live stream. Shout out to them, best live stream watch-alongs in the biz. Go check out our friends at the Wrestling for Life Network. It's like, oh yeah, Spaz said something about that. I think they figured it out like 5 minutes ago. It's out there now. Like, fuck me then.
Yeah,
So by the time we actually
you get fucked.
going-
Exactly. So
No, by the time we actually got going into the kickoff, it was available up here net. So I just ran myself into a circle for no reason. So WWE, figure your shit out.
you wait all that time for fucking nothing.
And then it was so now I got a VPN on my computer for virtually no reason.
I mean, well, no, you can use it for a few good things. I mean, I could
Oh,
think of one or two. I mean,
I have an imagination, man. It's fine.
I know, but your partner might not, and that's the problem. I mean, they can only get choked out so much.
If they're not
that-
awake, it's okay.
I didn't know, but did you know, and I shit you not, that erotic asphyxiation is back? They made me bleep out auto. Still, that's back now. Because they're having, hold on, gotta get
And all
cursed.
that oil and
Oh, no, it's
jizz you cover
jizz.
yourself in dries up.
This is not a tip for Spaz. This is most certainly not a tip for cocaine and hookers. Jake, we need to have a serious talk about Syrup Sipper.
That was
Didn't you see that Super
as long
Troopers
and
2?
involved as I am.
Rob Lowe was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Thank
Indeed,
you for
Rob Lowe
spoiling.
was the bad guy. Hold on, we gotta give Jared his pop here. Yeah! Listen to that. Another Spaz. Oh, no. Be nice to Spaz. Be nice.
Jeremy, thanks for supporting Jake, buddy. We appreciate it. But no, and then we got into the
Continue with your
kickoff,
point, sir. Thank you, Jared.
and it was as bleh as the rest of the kickoffs are until we got to the one match.
Yes.
This is probably a weird thing to complain about because we made such a big deal about there being a match on the kickoff for once. It's kind of a bummer that if there's a kickoff match, you get to see what the inside of the arena looks like before the show starts.
See, I don't mind that because there's still more to come. Like they don't usually use all the lights, but
I don't know.
I can get
just
you a
maybe
syrup sipper.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Syrup's delicious. But, but yeah, no. From what I saw of the match, because I was more so like multitasking and doing some.
I meant it as a joke. Ow. Sorry.
The tag match was all right. It was fun. Lots of characters.
All right, so we're gonna go tit for tat here, right? And don't get excited. I said tat. Pyro Wrestling Live coming back tomorrow, folks. Don't miss it. We've had a lot of fun so far, and holy hellacious match is it gonna be because Shrek called out God. We got to see what happens there. That's wild. I like the pre-show match.
Vince McMahon.
Misty got brutally by Ash Ketchum.
Oh dear.
It was bad. I mean, like brutally. Her involvement was purely the fact that she was drugged, and Charizard, Pikachu, Squirtle all took turns. Misty's and her no longer tight. So
I can absolutely promise you that would be amazing if I gave a shit about Pokemon.
yeah, no, see, I don't care about Pokemon. It's just Pyro Wrestling Live will spend all they can to get the former stars from our childhood. The greatest actor in the world himself even showed interest in the show, Corey Feldman. That's right, the Lost Boys actor himself, Corey Feldman, apparently found this to be funny. Whether it's a troll or not, I still find that hilarious. And it does link back to his channel. That would be amazing if that's really him. I don't think it is, but that's fucking hysterical. Yeah, I like the opening tag. You called it. I thought the Birthright had to win. And you're like, no, they're going to do a fun match. It's Stand Deliver. You gave me all the great reasons. And I was like, God damn it, Spaz. You turned me to the Spaz side. Not the dark side, just logic. And boy, were you right on the fucking money with this one. Like, well, Birthright's dead, huh? Like, that's how it feels. DOA.
I don't think so.
I know it's not the case, but it feels that way. They're not gonna not even pay attention to this loss. This probably means nothing to them. Fuck all. They're not even gonna grow from it. But it sucks in the fans' eyes, and it's gonna be hard to overlook.
I don't think so, because the fact that it's on the kickoff, and the fact that if you remember what kickoff matches used to do for us, just basically warm up the crowd before the show actually starts. I think people are smart enough now. I mean, people on the WWE side anyway.
Well,
smart
look at how tonight worked.
Well, I mean, like our kickoff matches don't bleed into the pay-per-view like it's a cool new thing.
Well,
but no, like it's purpose serving, right? And like,
I know.
But the
Two examples in a row. You're like, well.
But I mean, and I'm not going to go too long on this, but like the first thing that threw me for a loop before the match even started was Eli Knight is no more.
Yeah.
We have EK Prosper. What the fuck is this?
I was like,
is this something? Is this anything?
Yeah.
It is. It's EK Skipper?
What?
No, not EK Knight?
What?
Oh, EK Prosper?
Yeah.
Oh no.
LA
Oh,
Drake.
yeah, that's probably up there too. You know it.
I don't know. He's still fun as hell to watch. Now, I don't want to put him or Ren Sinclair in the background by any stretch of the imagination, but we've said it before. Hank and Tank already, but with Shiloh Hill as a trio, they're over as hell.
Oh yeah.
Like, let's just make NXT trios titles. Why not?
Yeah.
Because WWE is doing so good with their tag team divisions, right? I can it's fine. Don't worry about it. The Bellas are in WrestleMania in the Big 26. What are we doing?
And that's what happens
But no,
more
this
often
was-
than
this was a
not.
lot of
So
This was a lot of fun. I like it. Can
yeah.
we say while we're talking about the big and small buildings and whatever, it's my one bugbear, my one pet peeve, my one, like, it doesn't even really make sense how much I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's true in AEW. Okay, it's true in AEW. It's true in TNA. It would be true if WWE ever did it, and it's true in NXT. Fuck a ring level ramp.
I know. I hate it. It never looks good. It makes them feel like literally they're a step behind. I don't know how to quite articulate what I'm feeling, but to me it's like it's half of the presentation is gone because you're supposed to like ascend into the ring. When you're level with the ramp, you're still above the crowd, but you're just not there. Do you understand what I'm trying to get at? I don't know how else to describe it.
I was talking to other people about it today. I don't even try to explain it. I throw my hands up in the air and be like, look, I don't have a logical reason to tell you. I just don't like it.
You're not wrong. You're really, I mean, you're not wrong at all. And
now there are some cool spots that are made.
there are some really good spots tonight in several matches. One of which was Kendall Gray. She pulled out all the stops there. That was really damn effective. She did like a superplex trifecta, so that was really cool to see at one point.
I was gonna say, should we just hop into the opening match, because the tag match was what it was. I had fun with it, but also I was distracted by WWE being silly with their platforms.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Other than KJ, everybody I was reaching out to was American, and I'm like, I don't think the Americans have a Canadian answer for me, strangely enough.
Yeah, because Tatum hit the superplex into the suplex into the belly bomb, all out sit out power bomb. It was like a fucking holy shit.
You're talking about Kendall, not Tatum. Tatum was later on.
No. I'm talking about later on. Yeah, she did it in that match. I was just saying, like, that's one of the highlights for me was that moment. So, but the opening contest, yes, indeed.
Spoiler alert: the ladies kind of killed it across the board.
Yeah, the ladies were the reason to watch. So we've got JC Jane defending her title in a triple threat because Lola and Kendall couldn't decide who was the winner. They had the chance, but they tied essentially through shenanigans. So now we have all three of them triple threat. Immediately, JC shoves both women, and she's like, I beat you both. And they both use the time to beat the hell out of JC. And that's kind of what we see throughout this match continually. No matter what, Lola and Kendall, when they needed to, could coexist long enough to beat the shit out of JC, to knock her out of a pin, knock her out of contention.
Here's what I love about this, right? And we all have a little bit of headcanon, and everybody has stuff that they think. I think they're doing it because of this, not necessarily because that's what the story tells you. This match was equal parts. They both wanted to get their hands on JC, and equal parts we didn't get a finish a couple of days ago. So we need to prove it to each other as well. Because and we don't need to drill it into the ground. We've talked about it before. JC Jane's a fucking star. She should have been on the main roster already, probably. But the two of them knocked it out of the park on Tuesday at MSG. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, the theater at MSG, man. Anyway, I'm very mature. But yeah, it looked like equal parts. They were both chasing the title, but they were giving us the sequel to that match as well.
Yes,
and I thought that was really good. And the two of them are fluid as hell together. And JC playing the heel, playing the avoidance type thing. The fact that you had one babyface with nobody in their corner, one babyface with one person in their corner, and one heel with two people in their corner,
Get locked up.
All of them played their
Gonna get
roles,
locked
and
up.
then Ren Sinclair chasing away both other members of Fatal Influence. Right after just like being in her own match like 10 minutes ago was a little bit two of them are fresh and she's probably tired. Why is she chasing them both away? But you know, cowardly heel stuff.
Yeah, it was supposed to happen 30 seconds ago. I hit the button and it's like, I don't wanna. I'll figure that out eventually. But there we go. It's almost as unresponsive as I am. There were some good moments tonight. There were some big points in the matches, like you pointed out. We'll get into it more specific match by match. But this was fun, and this was great in showcasing the NXT talent for what they have to offer at their best. And there was no major botch. There was nothing that took you out of it. No stupid story development that left you being like, what the fuck? Everything was
what kind of cool story development that we'll get to.
But it was all very congruent and put together nicely. Like everything was logical. It made sense. It fit in the timeline. There was no jumping ahead, which they've done. There was no ignoring past history or forgetting and just resetting. Everything was, you know, more of the same in the sense of like the story goes on. I appreciated that a lot.
Say, if we're looking at the card as a whole, like if we're looking at it as an overview, and I won't include the big tag from the pre-show in this. As I said, I didn't fully get to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Of the 6 matches we got,
which thankfully was 6. I like that. If it was a nice time, like crunch in the sense.
Of the 6 that we got, 3 of them were great, and 3 of them were good. Or sorry, no, I lie. 4 of them were great. 2 of them were good. 2 of them were. I'm watching them and I'm enjoying them, and I know they've got another gear, and maybe it didn't quite get to that other gear, but they were still good. Nothing wrong with them.
Pick a hand.
But yeah,
grab people. I'm gonna pick a hand.
Why are you shocking the crab people?
It's gonna be you. You just gotta pick a hand.
No.
You did lose, so.
Oh no! Stop it.
Just knocking on your door. Spaz. I'm here.
Not fantastic.
Told you that story, right? My good friend John, growing up, he had a woodshop teacher at his tech high school that was like missing all but like 2 fingers. So he'd be like, "Hello, students." You know, he was the head of woodshop, and just be like,
"Hello, fellow youths."
Yeah, safety first. Oh no, not old Lucky. That was my last ring finger. Now my wife's gonna leave me for good.
For the second time tonight, to the audio listeners out there, you'll have to go back and watch Jake's video to see why that's really funny.
Yeah, mimicking me. It was a John Handy that Will Sasso used to play on Mad TV, where he would go ahead and he would get destroyed by the end of the skit. Like he would be showing you how to hang a birdhouse, and he'd nail it through his thumb, and like the birds would attack him. He'd set himself on fire. Like it was all these extremes that would happen. It was great.
Not the brawling birds, right?
No, not at all. And quickly as well, besides we told you about what's coming on Raw, SmackDown sounds about to be the same. So we'll see what happens there. But I don't know if anyone's really excited for SmackDown at this point. It's close to the go home show. If we look at our midnight countdown, we've got 13 hours and 13 minutes and 13 days, right, to go, something like that. All right. Yeah, it's like 13 days and 13 hours. We're cooking. We're getting there. I'm excited. It's not far away at all, but this show feels less like a WrestleMania and more like a build to WrestleMania, if that makes sense. I wish they were more involved with the card, because it's not even just because it's not attached to Mania weekend. That adds to it. It was big. I feel like it just, I don't know, missed something to make it feel larger than life. Everything was entertaining. Everything was fun.
I can buy that. As I say, there's 2 matches where the worst thing I can say was they didn't quite make it to where I thought they would, but they were still.
I don't know if it was the energy lacking, passion lacking, something. There was something there that you felt from a 2,000 person audience.
This is what I was saying before. The worst thing I can say is they didn't succeed in making me forget that they were in a small building.
Yeah.
That's my like, and that's
And that's a great point. I applaud you for that more than you know because that's so good.
because I'm pretty
And
biased. Like,
well,
it is what
but that is perfectly honest. I mean, they had 2,000 people there. That was their max. That's what they set up for. So you can knock them for saying like, oh, you couldn't sell more, or you didn't want to try. I think they would have sold more had they tried, but it was such a long ways away for them to build
I did hear
into.
somebody
They're
say
like, oh,
that,
we'll
like,
be fine.
it might have been you, it might have been somebody else, but somebody did mention, and I think they were talking about NXT, but it was one of those across the board type things, like
Yeah.
reality check type things. Would you rather sell out a small building or prove that you can half fill a normal building?
Yeah,
Because
that's
what's telling on you then isn't the seats you sold, it's the seats you didn't sell. So there's a bit of a reality check. Like every time we talk about Dynamite and Collision and the warehouse where they're having ROH now,
yeah,
and
wherever they are.
the response is like,
Look
oh,
how
well,
empty it seems, feels, sounds.
NXT's not doing dramatic numbers either. I'm like, yeah, I know.
But they
I can
make
admit
it
that.
at
I
least
can admit that. Can
be
you?
acknowledgeable. Yeah, they don't try to hide from it. They don't mess with it, and on top of it, they make sure that when it's said, when it's known, it leads to improvements, not catty banter. They don't go back and forth with AEW. They just, all right, well then let's improve or let's make. You've seen them do that. Like they entice people. They had a really good response the first time they went to MSG, but the setup was very weird. So if you notice this time they changed the entrance area. All of it was different.
Yeah.
And it looked much more
They-
presentable for TV.
Remember how Madison Square Garden used to be before they renoed it,
Yeah.
and you had that where they were coming out of that tunnel at the side, and
Yeah, the diamond oval.
Yeah, pretty much. Where where you didn't have any room for a Tron, it was just like basically you were coming out of a hole.
The
in
tunnel.
wall.
Yeah, that's it.
That's how I feel it is when they go to the theater at MSG for NXT. Because
It's
they don't
it's
make
so
that-
funny because that's really how it ends up looking. Honestly, that's what they end up getting is like that just tunnel experience from ET.
So as
Take
much
me
as-
home.
as much
Phone
as
home.
Yeah, as much as I love NXT, like, yes, of course they need to get into bigger buildings. So when I say some other show, like, yeah, your attendance is bad, and you turn around and say, like, oh, well, NXT's attendance is bad too. It's like, yes, I know, I can admit it. Can you admit it?
Can you tell me that that's a thing? Because I'm telling you right now.
Your show that's so fantastic is being outsold by 6 or 7 or 8 times by the show.
Yeah.
I think it's normal. So
that's fine. And on top of it, like you said, to have 2,000 raucous fans that are there because they want to sell it out for you, they want to cheer. Versus if you do half sell a building, a lot of those are probably people that are like, all right, I got to go with my kids, or I got to go with family, or I won tickets, I was comp tickets, whatever it happened to be. They're not the same audience. They'll cheer for the big stuff, but they're not going to pour their heart into so and so coming out. It doesn't happen ever.
I will say, and like, yes, to a certain degree, wrestling should be for all ages, and anybody that wants to come to enjoy a show should be able to come and enjoy a show. The issue with crowd noise and WWE trying to make their stuff like kid appropriate, kid friendly,
PG.
is that if you make a show for adults, you fill a building with adults that are there to watch the show. If you make a show for kids, which is fine, it's important. Your John Cena's and your R-Truths and all that is an important part. Like, don't let anybody twist my words here.
But what's the
what you've got-
positive, Spaz?
But what you've got there is that the kids are there to enjoy the show, and the rest of the bodies are the parents that had to bring the kids.
And mom and dad, and sometimes I like to bring grandma and grandpa, even if they're not needed. And then, oh, we need to bring Susie, but Susie can't go alone. She needs a friend. That happened to me with the monster trucks. I was supposed to go see him as a kid with my aunt, and then it was supposed to be me and my buddy John. And then they're like, oh, your friend can't go, you can't go. Like all the plans changed, and it was like, fuck you, I don't want to go anyways, kind of thing. And everybody packs into the vehicles. I missed those days though, where you would just go to do something. It was like, all right, here's the plan. Never needing tickets, buy them at the door.
My point is, you get, like, even if you do get a huge crowd by going the family friendly route, you've got a huge crowd, and only half of them actually want to be there.
You're not doing any better, and you're probably getting paid less, more than likely.
Which is probably worse because you've got a big crowd. So if they're quiet, it's more noticeable.
Yeah,
Anyway.
sadly. I mean, that's how it goes. And While we got people in the chat chatting along, let's go ahead and hit that button. Let's see what happens. Well, bam! Cursed. Oh, look at it. Hey, is it going to play? There we go. Omar and Romero, Tilly, Benjamin, Bear, and Eduardo. I've seen Eduardo chat in here, so congratulations to you all for getting some great access in the members only stuff. So check that out. And thank you kindly for tuning in.
You know, when Jake gives you access, it feels good.
It does. So yeah, with JC and Lola and Kendall, they had some great moments, some really great innovations. They worked this. Lola worked like she was fighting as a tag team in AAA at points. Like, where's Mr. Iguana to tag in? But she got some great offense.
I think it would have been cool because, and here's the point I was trying to come.
Yeah,
around to
no,
before
please.
I kind of lost my point. You don't want to necessarily have baby faces with backup, but because she's going into a triple threat match where both of her opponents had people in their corner, and
Yeah, you would think.
Because she is a tag team champion, I think it would have been cool to have Mr. Iguana out there, not to get involved, not to help her cheat or whatever. There could have been like a comedy moment with the puppet or whatever. It's fine. Comedy is allowed in wrestling.
He could have stalled them or whatever was needed, but yeah, instead they embarrass her.
Yeah, and instead it ends up being
she's got the offense. Kendall's got everything needed. Oh no, now she has to get hit off the right. And then come on, and that was it. After everything that you suffered through, that was it.
Yep.
All right, so Kendall loses,
I'm glad they made it unpredictable in a certain sense.
In a certain sense, yeah.
Because I like, and don't get me wrong, if Kendall had won, I would have been happy with that as well because Kendall's fantastic. But Lola, we've said it 100 times, she's the one in the company that has the double contract. Clearly, they see something in her. Because they've already put a belt on her in AAA.
You're worth money. Yeah, you're worth money, honey. That's it. You know it.
To have her, I don't want to steal the Becky thing, but now she's Lola 2 belts. Is she going to be defending?
Rocking them?
Is she going to do the Penta thing? Is she going to go to AAA and defend her other title there? Is she going to defend, the AAA title with Mr. Iguana up here? Like
when you said
was still healthy.
Penta thing, I thought you meant like, like evil pentagram, like Satan thing. I thought you meant like she was gonna like, teacup his balls and do the claw, but I guess not. Sorry. Didn't mean to derail the show. I
don't know where to go. I don't know where to go with that.
I know where to go because JC is no longer our champ. It's Lola Vice. She gets her finish at the end, and the crowd pops big. I mean, she hits her with the rolling encore, and damn, does it look great? She gets first. Jane hits Gray. She gets the rolling encore, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be it. But no, Lola catches JC with the back fist there. 1, 2, 3. That's all she wrote. People were mad on Twitter too. Of course they are. We called the Wambulance. They were mad both that Gray didn't win and they were mad that JC didn't retain. They just didn't like Lola.
Really? I haven't. Okay. And I don't think this is any disrespect on JC. I think it's just like her time to go up or whatever. I didn't see anybody in the circles that I was in.
Oh yeah. When I did latest for when she won, it was inundated with hundreds, not thousands, but hundreds. And there's people just trying to catch on to the, oh, she won, she's Miss Popular, let's take her down a peg thing. I think it's less about her and the fact that she has the #1 contender shot now, so that the title, excuse me. So now that's what pisses people off.
Yeah, some people are gonna like see who wins, so they see who they get mad at.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what we got to see.
Why is Rhea in that spot? If Bianca wasn't injured, like she'd be in that spot. Okay, if my aunt had nuts, she'd be my uncle. Bianca's Rhea's got the match. What are we doing?
And I got a goldfish. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about shit that doesn't matter. I love that Uncle one. That's just so good. Oh God, that tickles my fancy. That is incredible.
I heard the worst thing the other day, and I think I can get away with this on your channel.
Sure you
How do you-
can.
How do you
This
know
ain't
hookers are
monetized.
racist?
How to what?
How do you know hookers are racist?
How?
Because they've got different entrances for different customers. I think I just killed Jay. It's bad. I'm acknowledging it's bad, which makes it okay, right? That's how it works.
You bring anal segregation is a new one. Oh God, it is Lola's time to fight anal segregation.
The show's just over right now because I killed the host.
We fucked up. Oh God. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense why she's champ then. But Lola won. She's not racist. We know. Don't ask questions. How do you know? It's a fact of law.
When you walk into prison for the first night, it's all good until you fart and somebody else says, "Oh, it sounds like it's just my size."
That's about a 7.
Oh, God damn it.
Maybe a 7.5. Let me hear it. No, I'm sorry. That's an 8.
No, it's too high pitched to be an 8.
I forgot you're 3 blocks down. There's an echo. Oh God.
We call that one the Elton John XXL.
Get them all in line. They can make a symphony. Oh, boys. Who needs stretching? You got to hit C major. Fuck me.
Who's down in cell block 8? It's Fraser's brother and Big Mike.
Yeah. You can't tell. Oh, that is Big Mike. Nobody hits that A flat like Big Mike. Big Mike. Rockets red glare, Mike. You get it.
Where's Kid Wilson? This is toxic.
Toxic masculinity. No, you don't get it, Kit. Everybody farts. Some people just get paid for it.
Hey, don't knock SmackDown. They were almost tag team champions
This close.
with the cursed referee.
Oh, not my jerking hand. No. Oh, they better have something for that.
Just a reminder, Kamala Harris looks like a horse. She's riding Big Mike.
Came on my nose.
This is just okay. This is just perpetually me killing Jake. Pay-per-view review anymore.
What show? The show we didn't watch any show.
We are guilty.
We're supposed to watch something. I didn't know we were watching shit. I didn't even know it started yet. Fuck, I'm so behind. That would be my luck.
Hooker, apparently.
Yeah. That's a C flat. Betty knows. She wearing leather?
Don't forget to help control the pet population. Have your hooker spayed or
Oh God. All right,
I don't know.
my heart didn't stop.
Here we go. Here's the punchline to that joke. Something, Sasha Banks.
Oh, see, you get it. Where's my but-um? Just The crowd goes wild.
Actually, no, she got fired. You can't be a hooker with more forehead than me.
Oh, no one likes. Wait, she got fired? No, if she gets fired.
What the fuck are we?
Tony's begging her to come back.
TK said, if you're in AEW, you better be XY.
Well, googly eyed and you better be XY, no guy. Take that, left wing voters. Oh God, that's what he said. He wonders why the Jags are down.
TK took one look at a hooker and said, "Oh no, what am I supposed to hold on to?"
Dad said it was like bowling. I don't see the holes. Oh, poor boy.
Then Mercedes sat down and all the pins were gone.
That's where Tony's like, Uncle Akbar did the same trick at my birthday party.
Where the term explosive diarrhea came from.
Oh God.
And I
Yeah,
can make that
where is
brand.
Braun Strowman when you need him? Invade AEW. Just have him shit in all the girls' bathrooms. Feed him to a bunch of fucking death chili. Where's Mercedes? We need to go outside. She can't get changed, sir. Why not? Hazmat hasn't cleaned it yet. Oh, Jesus. They'll figure it out. But it all comes back to the surprise. Lola Vice won. She did good. Everybody loves Lola. You go, girl. Yeah. She's the champ. That's it. She did it. There's your review.
You're my boy, Blue.
What happened to Mania? What a match. Best ever. Crowd loved it.
Lola 2 belts.
She's got them all. She's going to collect them. She's going to keep collecting them. Like STDs, got to catch them all. She's got them up on the belt. Here we go. She already got AAA. Now she's going to take one of the CMLL belts, and then she'll go for the AEW one, too.
Why would you want CMLL belts?
Just to piss off Tony.
Oh,
You see this new girl?
She's a WWE talent. All she has to do to piss off Tony is exist.
Well, true. Let's make it straight close to the heart, though.
Let's take those 14 like nothing belts that Mercedes had, and yeah, this one is better.
We got to
And
get
she
her.
had-
We got to get her to get willing to tank. You know, or we get somebody great
Actually,
that agrees to
shouldn't
just
say
tank
that.
every match.
I should take that back. I should take CMLL very seriously because their worthwhile champion Lucha Cesaro.
What is with the mask? Oh, he's like, I'll never take it off. I'm like, not even during sex. Come on.
I was gonna say he was wearing it during his job interview and just never took it off.
He just he just left it on. Hello. For some reason, him with the mask, he just sounds like Simon Miller to me.
No. Here it is. For all the older kids out there. Mr. Cesaro, did you put your head in the Shino ball?
Why I oughta he's got the reflection of the dome. Oh, those early seasons are just so perfect. I remember every day, like 5 to 6, they would re-air the old ones, and it was just
Here's a
what a
brilliant thing you
childhood.
don't realize. Here's a brilliant thing you don't realize. Lots of things were better before everything was shit.
shit. It's especially
you looked
wrestling.
outside? Have you looked outside?
I try not to, you know. The cast makes sure I don't get out much, so I'm shocked every time I
So
look out. It
great.
gets a little bit
Oh,
worse.
fantastic. We're doing our best to fight the pandemic of warm drinks out there.
I kid you not, the housing authority was supposed to buy the unit across the street and turn it into new offices. So it started at like a few months ago.
I'm gonna die too.
Don't you die on me, bless you, I think. But they went ahead and they dumped off these huge shipping containers like you would see in an action movie. And it had all their supplies inside of it and stuff. I'm like, all right, cool, those aren't an eyesore. And then they came and they started like storing all the wood and stuff, but there was no coverage for it. People stole it, people broke it. Horrible.
What you don't know,
right?
you
So
don't
now
know
it's
is after the sun went down, they
Yeah.
opened up those bins and out came the Mexico.
all the workers underlay. Just no wonder why I haven't seen you guys painting. They had a plethora of just piles of wood everywhere. Now there's mattresses piled up there and all sorts of drug paraphernalia.
I've done a lot of projects and I've worked on a lot of logistics, whatever, and I have actually figured out a couple of things.
Here we
You know how
go.
many- Do you know how many kids it takes to paint a wall?
4?
It depends how hard you throw them.
Oh, see? I forgot about splatter. Oh, I remember when those dead baby jokes came out, and people would either laugh their ass off or they'd look at you with like utter disgust, be like, "I don't get it. Why is that funny?" And I'm like,
No, what's the best one? How do you get 10 babies into a blender? Or yeah, no, how do you get 10 babies into a blender one at a time? How do you get them out? Nachos.
like of all those stupid jokes like that, I still love. You know, did you hear about the little queer midget? He came out of the cupboard.
Oh,
Oh, folks, this is how you can tell that we needed a rejuvenation from shit wrestling. Like nothing's been horrendous, nothing's been terrible, but nothing's been like wow. See, the reason WrestleMania 40 works so well, and Spaz cut me off at any point, but I feel like you're on the same sentiment I am. Maybe you'll word it better, but lo and behold, they gave us a reason to give a shit about Cody. And that's why his story mattered, because he was not the right one to finish the story. But people cared about his story because his story was front and center on both shows, on every pay-per-view or PLE or whatever you want to call it. He was the main focus. So, of course, people were in love with Cody and cared about him. And they want to see him triumph. Do it for your dad. Do it for your wife. Do it for your kids. Do it. Of course, like they made him the ultimate babyface. But
now-
then after,
but
it's
now-
like it doesn't
now-
have that weight.
But now we can follow Randy's story. Do it for the guy that used to do rock comments.
I don't get
love
the Pat thing. I know he's like
I love how angry everybody is.
I already figured it out, and I did. And people told me that I am a retard, and I should go back to my mom's basement. And I'm like, she lives in my attic. So I thought Randy was talking to himself. I would have been a dipshit, like Cody said, if many other bigger names than I said the same exact answer days later. You know, like Cornette, he was like, he's talking to him fucking self. What else would it be? Because it doesn't make sense for Pat McAfee. But what is Pat famous for?
I don't know.
He was a punter.
Being a better wrestler than
No, he's a punter. Former NFL star, indeed a punter for the Colts. So now what? He's going to teach Randy how to punt even more effectively. He's going to teach him the cunt punt. Come on, hit the button.
I think here's what we need. Here's what we need right now, right?
The cunt
It's gonna
punt.
be
There we go.
it's gonna be all celebrity wrestling, just because
Yeah.
people are we're diverting very far from the NXT show now.
No, this is all relevant.
It's all relevant.
Yeah, it's wrestling.
We had Sexy Red tonight. It's fine. She's got a
Sexy
rap
Red! Yeah, you can do the yell.
in it. Do the shitty song. I'm just a sexy red. Sexy red.
I'm just a sexy red. Sexy red. Yeah, she
Shawn
just
Michaels
makes
looked
me
like
laugh.
a guy that shouldn't be that close to a school. just
Yeah,
putting that out
he's got the hobo vibes that he found a suit at Goodwill.
He's doing the, he's doing like the intentional. Yes, I know I'm an old guy. Yes, I know I'm lame thing, and I'm like, don't
First
do
job
that.
interview in 40 years because he was in jail, you know? Like that's
Okay,
a
so
Salvation Army suit.
For all the people out there, right, that are pretending like wrestling's never had celebrities before, like WrestleMania hasn't had celebrities literally since WrestleMania 1. I have
It
a
was
special
built
match.
off of celebrities.
I have a
Absolutely.
special match for all of you. It's going to be Pat McAfee, Logan Paul, and I Show Speed taking on Jelly Roll, Bad Bunny, and everybody's new favorite Danhausen.
So
It's going to be
we've
Jelly
heard
Bunny House.
a
Jelly
different
Bunny House.
few iterations of this, and this is very interesting that you bring it up this way because my goodness, is this a hell of a like conundrum of what they're going to do here? Some people thought, all right, so LA Knight is busy with the Usos. They're taking on the Vision +1. You know, we're going to see how it all works out and pans out there. Sure. Okay, fine. You know, it's like we got the Gunther thing going on. All right, there we go. You guys will face off and we'll do the tag team thing and so on and so forth with Seth but nothing's
I think Gunther should take on Sexy Red.
now that Sexy Red and just chokes her unconscious.
I'm not gonna lie.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather have her in the tag match than the Bellas, but you know that's neither here nor there.
Exactly. So now apparently they wanted Speed in a tag match at one point, and you know I don't because he hit LA Knight, and they're like, oh, it might go that way with the way they did everything, but then it could. It seems possible. So you get the Vision and LA Knight, or the Vision, excuse me, and Speed versus LA Knight and the Usos, and
I think we should just put Danhausen in the main event.
I wouldn't hate it either. He was funny tonight. You know, and talking about he could have undid the curse, but didn't want to. And, you saw the ref get accidentally cursed in the ring.
Danhausen
They need to do a little bit more, right?
Tagging into the match.
Yes.
And it was like, oh my God,
He didn't have the tag rope at first, so he had to go back for the tag rope. Yeah. I love that the light goes out and he doesn't fully disappear. He's like, where do I go?
Here's the thing, right? He's like, oh my God, I can't believe he's taking somebody's spot and da-da-da. Look who he was in the ring with. I mean, okay, Damian Priest is one thing that's a separate conversation. We kind of need to fix that.
Yeah.
But like our truth, Kit Wilson and the Miz.
Upper echelon, yeah. Not the
like
top, but upper.
Like
yeah.
if Damian Priest was off doing something else, I kind of wish he would. I think his title run was like very underrated. But like swap him out, swap Danhausen in. If the tag team champions right now were Danhausen and R-Truth, like yeah, let them fuck around with Kit Wilson and the Miz.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see how this works. Continue, sir.
Anyways, so we've gotten past the first match, right?
Yes, finally.
Tag team title match. Kind of predictable because it's people visiting from the main roster, but Swipe Right, Vanity Project, whatever name they're using today, successfully defending against the Americanos.
Yes.
This one and the next one were the ones that I would say not great, just good, because I felt like they were like scraping on to like getting to great and never quite got there. But again, not bad, just not as high as I would have liked to see it.
Yeah.
Pretty decent showing for the Swipe Right guys. You've got guys coming down from the main roster to like basically put them over. There was a little bit of shenanigans. It's one of those fun matches where it's like, yeah, the heels are cheating, but so are the baby faces, so it kind of nullifies it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just a solid outing.
Absolutely, and they look good. I mean, that's really what it is. They look damn good, and I am happy for.
The Americanos are great.
Yeah.
I like the fact that other than Gable, the other three Americanos are neither luchadors or American.
Yes, and it makes for a very funny and entertaining set of events. So I do enjoy it. And also, they have wrestled so well now. Like, it's been accused of being some certain names, but not guaranteed as such. So interesting with what we've gotten here. So, hey, look at that. We can have the chat here to here, and we'll mess around with it like that and see how that works. We'll throw it up on this side, and I can make it a little bit bigger. Don't you worry with the font. But, hey, look at that. We'll see what's going on, and then we can hear from you kind folks, because I forgot I got that widget on this computer, and I didn't remember to use it. Here we go. I made it bigger. Look at that. So now people can see what they wrote.
Yeah,
Bigger, not harder.
Yeah, other than like solid match, made the guys look really great. The luchadors did lucha things. The fact that they took the metal plate, stuck it in his mask, took it from his mask, stuck it in his pants, took it out of his pants, used it as a thing.
There were so many steps to this. It was very convoluted, but it was fun. It was exciting, and as much as I'm not a fan of the El Grande folks, they did a damn good job.
The Americanos really like, and no, I'm not putting them on the level of Eddie Guerrero, but they are pulling off that Eddie Guerrero thing of like, you're a babyface because we like you and because you're fun. You're gonna cheat, and we're gonna cheer you anyway because we like you and you're fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only thing that I would have said was when Buddy took the metal plate away from the Americanos and like stuck it in his tights to hide it. When he got kicked in the nuts, the person kicking him should have sold that his foot hurt. That was something brought up in the other chat over at the Wrestling for Life guys. Shout out to them once again.
Yeah, you would think, that would be what you would hope to see. But
as a comedy bit, if you like go to kick somebody in the dick and you hurt your foot, like that's the shtick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what you're going for.
But that's like I'm nitpicking on a comedy spot in what was otherwise a really, really good match. So
yeah, it was fun. It was entertaining, and it was a bit surprising. So I'm glad they did it as such. And hey, I thought that Vanity Project would retain, but the way they did it surprised me. The fact that they got in almost a 14-minute match that was never boring. It was at their pace, and it was well wrestled. And they made sure to feign the ring style of luchadors. They really stuck to the roles, so it never had you struggle to believe. Suspending disbelief was not impossible.
The modified airplane where he had him over his back and holding him by the chin and basically spinning him by his jaw.
Yes, which is very cool, but dangerous, but cool.
Not the first time I've seen it, but the first time I've seen it not look messy or as you would say, like really convoluted or contrived. There's somebody else from over in the UK that does a similar airplane.
Yeah, but usually the other person is to like hold on to their wrist or something. It never looks great. Yeah. This guy had a ton of core strength, whichever one took it. One, and then two, the guy giving it had so much balance to keep him leveled and straight the whole time. That's hard. It's a very impressive thing that gets overlooked very quickly. So I'm glad you pointed that out.
They're very pale for luchadors. I don't know.
Yeah, the crowd booed the heel antics. They booed the heel nature. They booed the heels. They booed Vanity Project. They're over in the sense of being popular heels, and it's working. It's exciting. Rayo and Bravo, they have their they both use the Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate signatures, the finishers and stuff like that.
Well, they must have been highly inspired by Pete Dunne and Tyler.
They must have been.
It's interesting to see those two cultures crossing over to see these guys that were like training and going through grueling training in Mexico to like look all the way across the pond for like outside inspiration.
Exactly, and now it's too little, too late. Zarya and Sol Ruka. Please tell me.
That they stole from Tyler Bate clearly was the bop and bang.
Yes.
The fake out punch.
Yep.
Always a good time, and they've managed to mimic it from him really, really well.
Yeah, bop and bang isn't on the board. It is on the board.
Someday,
celebrating.
Someday, Rayo and Bravo versus Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne is a classic match we need to see.
Wow, is that match gonna happen? Oh, it's not on the board, but anything could happen. The one thing I would recommend is staying away from Soul, because
the Soul Snatcher, because I think it could come out of anywhere.
Dangerous.
The Soul Snatcher.
That's right, Steph, the soul snatcher. We all know that. And the
The amount of
snatch of
people
your
tonight
soul.
that I heard using the term super snatch.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That, or I'm not going to lie to you, super snatch is funny. Yes, those two. Combine them, because you know what? I'm going to lie to you. I thought Zarya was going to get a shit ton of offense in this, but they made sure Soul got an equal amount for the most part. Zarya was a little bit ahead. They brought up a lot of the real life aspects and explained them away in storyline. They brought up the gaffes and goofs that production hadn't happened, and they explained those away in storyline, and then they did their best to have a real good rivalry. It felt a little lacking of passion. I know that sounds crazy, but like it never felt like it was an act of true revenge or desperation. They were trying to pin one another. They both wanted to win, but neither felt like Blake Monroe crawling her way to the title to be like, "Fuck you, I'm dying for this." Nobody felt impassioned. They didn't feel motivated.
Here's the thing as well, and this is
It was
again,
good, but they just lacked that.
people accuse NXT of being like the melodrama community theater at times, some of their character work. It doesn't necessarily bother me because like over the top stuff, big surprise, Spaz doesn't mind over the top stuff, but it does feel like throughout a lot of that,
like horror.
Give me a hell yeah!
We all do.
Yeah. But lost my train of thought now. No, what you were saying about like how it didn't feel like it was really, really gritty, like going to the eyes. That I think they realized that right at the end, and then they had that one like melodramatic face-to-face moment where they tried to put like a whole match worth of drama into like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Not ideal. Kind of made me smirk because it doesn't bother me.
But you caught the obvious there that they were like, "Oh no, we need this, but we can't cut anything else down, so here we go." You know, and that's bullshit. That is unfair. We know it.
I do think Zarya looked better in this match than she has in a while.
Yes.
Not necessarily like you say, like,
it's not just looks. We're not, no, it's the whole presentation.
No, I wasn't talking about that either, but like
but we have to, isn't that terrible? We need to specify that. Like the audience knows, but it's the YouTube robots that don't. And it's like, we're not just, sizing the girl up for dinner. We're actually being like, hey, she's kicking ass and doing great. We want to see more of it. But if you don't make that discrepancy, they like to come back and roast you over the coals.
She could make the dinner and I'd go back for seconds. It's fine. No, because like when she's not like out there being all like female Legion of Doom, she's a smoke show.
Yeah,
she is. But as far as character, as far as showing a bit of personality, this is the most I've seen out of Zarya in a while, because Zarya has over time sort of slipped into that Raquel, like she's awesome, but she's in a sidekick role, and that's literally been like the whole story.
She's been
like, I'm tired of being a sidekick.
Yeah, I don't want to say forgotten about, but she's been forgotten about. That's the real crux of it all, and that's what sucks.
Well, and here's the thing as well, is people were saying, well, Soul needs to lose, Zarya needs to win because Zarya is the one that needs to win, and the way I was looking at it.
Fuck you, she does.
But the way we always look at NXT matches, and it's kind of unfortunate, it's like we don't always necessarily pick the person to win or lose who we want to win or lose. It's like one of them might be going up to the main roster, so it makes sense that they would lose, and it's like we're looking at it from a different perspective, and it's just like, okay, Soul is staying in NXT. Is my assumption. Is like she's going to take this, she's going to come out of the feud with momentum and get herself in the title picture. Now, if she comes off the back of this and goes up to the main roster, then I'm going to agree. Then I'm going to say, what the fuck? You could have given the win to Zarya, and Zarya could.
Exactly. I don't want to cut you off out there because you were nailing exactly what I wanted to say. I don't want to just be like ditto, but that's really it. Like Zarya needed this win, so then that's I will till I'm blue in the face. I swear, Spaz, I will argue that exact fact. Soul did not need the win. Zarya did. End of fucking story. End of line. End of what. This will hurt Zarya for a little bit. Is it going to ruin her? No, but it's going to dampen her ability to have the fans get behind her as a menacing force, or to get behind her as someone that's feared, since Soul stood a chance.
Okay, but let me counter that
Yes,
with
please.
would you agree with me that if she's not going to the main roster, then she's overdue for an NXT Women's Championship shot?
Yeah, I mean, you could give her that chance, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
So if she's one of the ones you have next in line for an NXT Championship shot, how do you do that off of losing to her old sidekick? That's
exactly.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's where I'm saying, like, if she's staying in NXT, the win makes sense. If they're
Mm-hmm.
planning on moving her up to the main roster, which I hope they don't do, because you can't always come back if you go
No.
up without ever holding a title. Uh,
We've had
not
that
not no,
happen
no,
before.
but not everybody can be a Becky Lynch or a Finn Balor. It
No.
hasn't happened a lot, right?
And
So if
most times, like Stephanie had to let go of her title before she could come up. I mean, we've seen it,
yeah, but
sadly.
I just think that if she's staying, then she has to be in the main title picture.
Yeah,
And
no doubt about it.
in which case you had to give her sort of a jumping off point from the tag finally
Yeah,
falling
like here
apart.
you go. Here's the plan. That's enough.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I'll stick to what I'm saying though, because if they do move her up to the main roster, either like as a
Yeah.
surprise at WrestleMania or like one of the post WrestleMania surprises, then I will absolutely come back here and say no, this was a dumb move, because
Yeah.
this only makes sense if this,
If.
but we don't know if this is this yet.
Yeah. So, when you get them all squared away, it'll be good. Absolutely. It's always something though. It's always some little thing. It turns into a big thing that lasts forever, sadly. So, yeah, really. I mean, that's how I felt though. Getting back to the card, and I just don't know what's next
this
for
is the other one,
Zarya
Mike.
or Soul.
This is the other one, much like the tag match, that I thought was very good. Had some talking points coming out of it. Didn't quite reach where I thought it might,
Yeah.
but still good. And to just have in a card that I thought overall was great, to have the two matches that were just good back to back, kind of made it feel like a little bit of a lull to me.
Yeah. Kind of like
But
a weekly,
Like a
NXT show. Yeah.
no, if these matches were on a weekly episode of NXT,
Like
I'd
a
probably
like a weekly special is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like when they do like a roadblock or something. Like, but still on
Yeah.
on CW, that's what it felt like to me.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
No,
trying
no.
to
But
say.
what
Like
I'm
a,
saying is, if
Yeah.
either one of these matches, like Soul and Zarya or the tag title match, if these were on regular episodes of NXT, they would be the main event, and I would be giving them a lot higher praise.
Yeah.
But this is the biggest pay-per-view of the year, and I'm not using that to counteract and say, "Oh, they were bad." They
No,
didn't
it's
quite
just
get where
it
I
didn't
wanted them
work
to
out.
be. There was
Yeah.
nothing really wrong with them, but then we scooped right back up, and we plateaued at a pretty high level with the last three matches to end the show. So
Yeah, surprising.
just
So
it so happened that the ones that were a little bit less were back to back, and it made a little bit of a dip in the dynamic of the show. That's all I'm gonna say.
Miles Bourne taking on Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Gargano came up due to the help of Candice LeRae. She gets him into ring shape, basically. He gets out there, and he starts to challenge the old NXT foe, and damn, is he good at it. It's a lot of fun to see. This is another match that it's just like, hey, this is absurd, but it's great at the same time. There's the whole highlight is like, can he, will he does. That's the entire element of the match for Johnny. Can I hit it? Will he hit it? Oh my God, he landed it. Like time and time again, it's something different. But it was fun because the crowd got into every one of those moments, escapes, reversals, maneuvers, whatever you want to call it. In the very end, though, yeah, go ahead.
Element, towards the end, it was kind of cool that they were fighting for very similar maneuvers. They both have a slingshot maneuver in their arsenal, like Johnny Gargano doing the sort of the slingshot, like the float over
Yeah,
DDT, and
by the face.
Miles Bourne has basically a snapmare code breaker type of
No,
thing. So
that'll do it.
yeah, but no, but
Sadly.
it's the thing I can compare it to is like a John Cena Brock Lesnar match. One's
Yeah.
going for the F5, one's going for the AA, and they're so similar that it makes a really cool dynamic. So for them to be literally having a battle over the top rope of who's going to benefit from the top rope,
Yeah, when it could
in
be a
that
punishment.
in that slingshot way, is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I like the match to a
And
certain
Johnny looks
extent.
small in this match, though.
Yeah, a 15-minute match though. This went on
You always
very
forget
long.
how big you always forget how big Miles is. Like he's a big.
I
dude.
know.
And he's not losing any of the Randy Orton Jr. accusations.
I was teasing my wife. I'm like, yeah, that's Randy Orton's son. She's like, no shit. It looks just like him. I said, and he's deaf. She's like, really? And then I showed her a promo, and she's like, oh, wow. I'm like, it's not his kid. I said, it looks like him, though. She's like, you're an ass.
He's still Randy Orton's kid that he was born with tattoos.
Yeah. Was born with those born tattoos. Incredible. So
His name is Spunk Ending.
my exhausted ass said, I liked the match, but I didn't care for all the shenanigans that had to come out of it for it to be acceptable for everything else. And I was like, it just didn't work.
It was one
missing
of the times
something.
that the outer, like the ring level ramp that I don't like was used to some pretty good effect, because part of them fighting like move for move over the top rope over the slingshot was pretty damn good. So I can't hate it. We're gonna talk about Tatum and the spot that she took as well, but like it started here with them utilizing the ramp, and if it's there, use it. It doesn't mean I like it.
At least they waited to the end of the card. You saw a lot of action earlier, and I was fingering the chat. Look, they're all right here. I go, Gucci, 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 goo. I think that's Nate or Pico. I go, Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. I go ahead and tickle the chat. Yeah, I'm using my finger to finger the chat. Yeah, that's legal. They like it. I can mouse them. You ever see me mouse them? Look. See? I can use them as a mouse. I can click on them. How's that sound? No? All right, fine. I thought it was good. All right. So we get stuck with this garbage some more, in the fact that I really do like Miles Bourne, but it's just going to lead Johnny right back to the comatose thing, it seems like. And then what? And who else does Miles have to face? Yeah, please.
That's what I was going to say. I do like that they incorporated the plank into the match for the fake out, for the roll up. I thought that was it's not world changing stuff, but it was
but it was fun. Yeah. I like those clever spots. They brighten the soul when they're done right. So it's not often that you get something that's indeed that that.
It's like a ref getting a cramp.
See that clever.
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto, elimination chamber, steel cage set.
It is that clever. Fun match, a lot of chaos, but like you said, just the winner didn't feel enticing yet.
I thought it was good for what it was. I would put this above the other two that I was naysaying a little bit. Solid match. I really never really doubted the result.
Exactly.
A couple people on the other side were talking about, Johnny's not doing anything on the main roster. Why don't you put the belt on him for like a month, let him work with a couple of NXT people, and then hand it back off to somebody? Which I would be all here for.
I would too, to produce, so many more eyes on the product. My God, that would be great.
Yeah. And my immediate thing, with my wrestling ADD is like, okay, if you're gonna have Johnny wrestling in NXT for a bit, send him over to TNA. Let him have an X Division match with Leon Slater.
Yeah, or you bring them back in too. You can do both sides. That's great. You get to cross promote
or BDE or Sosa.
Yeah, anybody at this point.
Don't put him in there with Mike Santana. It'll look like Mike Santana's beating up a small child.
I mean, BDE's not get it much better with all this, and his Polaroids. So crazy stuff, though. What else do we have tonight? Yeah, Tatum and Blake. That was really good. If it wasn't for the title, it probably would have been even better. But they were missing.
Tatum Paxley.
Yeah, she's so damn great. People were like, oh, it's the look thing. No, it's not just the looks. Yes, she's the crazy chick. She looks great, but there's so much more to it.
What I was talking about was Soul and Zarya, where they stuck all the melodramatic stuff in like the last 10 seconds of the match.
Yeah.
She's really good at and I didn't know Tatum Paxley before she came to NXT, which would surprise nobody, but she's really good at NXT's version of the over-the-top, heightened, borderline cringy if you're not into it, melodrama style. She's very good at it. And Blake, if Tatum is 1 in that regard. Then Blake's kind of 1A. She's kind of acting up to Tatum because I think Tatum's a little bit better. But the two of them together have a really weird, like, who can be more fucked up vibe going on in the rivalry between them, because I don't think it's over.
I don't think so yet either. I don't think it is over. Because who else do they have for these ladies to face? Who else do they have for them to go back to?
Yeah.
That's what's upsetting. So we'll see what comes of it.
I think you could do Tatum Paxley, Jada Parker. Like technically they're both faces, but like Jada Parker's got like sort of that Street Fighter attitude. Like she could like turn up the bitchy a little bit and they could have a really good match. Whereas Tatum's like the psychopath that everybody likes. Somebody said over on
the crazy.
I think it was Big Nick, and he meant it respectfully. I have to put that precursor on it, but he basically
Big
said,
Nick.
He basically said something along the lines of like, Tatum Paxley is Daphne if Daphne could wrestle.
No,
I was like,
I don't see that one.
Yeah.
I don't.
I get where he's going.
I get where he's going from, but it still doesn't.
And it's one of
for
those
me.
like, oh, everybody's going to take that the wrong way, and he doesn't mean it that way. And I'm like, I get where he's going for sure.
Yeah, you still have her wrap her legs around you and be comfy. It's a body pillow. God.
Firmly injected. Anyways, what?
I did like how they put like the psychology on Tatum when she finally got to do the cemetery drive. That was incredible.
Hey Paxley, how do you like your eggs in the morning? Unfertilized?
Yeah, so
I think I just killed Jake again.
Close enough. I mean, and that was part of it too. Let me see here. I know I had it some point. I had it during the match, but I don't see it here. But yeah, I was talking about it, and I was like, God damn, she's got just such a very unique offense. The things she does, the things she goes for, it's always something crazy entertaining, and she manages to be just that damn good. So
the one white contact was a nice touch.
Yeah, it's a good look. It's creepy. It's better than Leo Rush running around like a dog.
Okay, Leon,
don't remind me.
Leon Rush playing like
Leo Rush, right? Not Leon. Right?
Leo, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's the conversation with a kid and his mom saying, "Hey, mommy, can we have Demon Balor?" No, we have Demon Balor at home from the dollar store. Like,
yes, now go put him in the toaster. he's not black enough. Got to burn him. Let's go get that Demon Balor burnt. Tatum just whips out certain things, and you're like, "Holy shit! How did she hit that?"
What?
Tatum hits certain things. She's so good, and it's like, when the hell did you? Her selling her shoulder, that was a great moment, because even I was like, fuck, did she actually hurt it? No, she told the ref she's okay. That was really cool. And then she gets hit with the sling blade, and all of a sudden Tatum comes right back up with a super kick. And I'm like, holy shit, they're trading stomps. They're doing like this crazy smile off. And finally, Tatum gets up and hits a big enziguri, and I'm like, yes, and Tatum hits her with a fucking superplex, and then she superplexes her fucking again off the mat. And then the third time she did that sit out power bomb that I was talking about. Holy fuck. What a maneuver, what a spot, what a spectacle. 10 out of 10 for that moment. That was incredible. Huge ass hard landing superplex. You heard how hard they crashed into the mat. Then,
you're not talking about what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the roll through sunset powerbomb to the floor.
No, I'm talking about when they were in the ring and she does the superplex out of the corner, then rolls over literally on top of her, goes over Blake's body, and then lifts her up for another suplex. And then the third suplex, she ends up turning it into like a sit-out powerbomb. Was fucking incredibly well done.
Oh, it was phenomenal. I just like...
your spot being outside, I guess what you're saying now. Yeah, that was great. And she never disappoints. That's the thing.
Because it wasn't like normally, like, if you can imagine back in the day when somebody like a Kurt Angle would do it, like, roll through, okay, now I'm on the apron. Okay, now I grab you. Okay, now I take it through again. The fact that it was sideways coming across, and I'm doing hand signals like anybody can see what I'm doing, but like running along the apron, and they went off on an angle, and then they both kind of free fell, and they both hit the ground with a splat. And you take something, I don't want to say simple because we're not wrestlers, we don't take bumps, but something in the grand scheme of things relatively simple like a sunset bomb, and
it's gonna hurt.
You're throwing your opponent's head and your own tailbone at the ground.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, can't we just turn WrestleMania into that sport where the guys just go and run head first at each other till somebody's knocked unconscious? It's a very popular thing. Drew and Jacob. Oh, we're going to be cut off.
Cody at Weight Watchers again talking upskirt photos.
Oh, he is taking upskirt photos. Thank you. Usually we get alerted by the local PD to come pick up my little brother, but tonight that was not the case. So either he doesn't have his phone on him or he's not misbehaving. I'm not sure of which, but one of the two is happening. You know what it is, Spaz.
Well, we said we were going to let him sleep it off because we had to do a show.
Usually. I hadn't muted the mic there, so I didn't shit myself, you know, but what are you going to do?
Oh, no.
Pico, thank you again for your beautiful support and keeping the lights on here. This match was fucking awesome. It was damn good. Got me pumped up. They hit each other hard, very hard. Harder than Michelle. Yeah, a lot harder. God. It was a lot of fun.
Before I had to start selling the blue.
Harder than me off Blue Chew. Yeah, Taker. We know. You poke me when you walk by, saying excuse me. It's not impressive.
Not great. Not fantastic.
Do you want to see it? See what? The Blue Chew. That's what he calls his dick now, the Blue Chew Monster. It's like Cookie Monster, but it craves pussy. Very, very gross.
And you're not supposed to chew it.
No. What does it crave? It craves... Ew. All right. No one needs to know that. So, but thank you, Pico. Yeah, Cody's at Weight Watchers. He's like, how are you connected? And I'm like, because Spaz is here in the same room with me, and we use telepathy powers to hook up. Just like when I didn't have internet the other day, but I had Isaiah in the house, and I'm like, get over here. You're going to be my Cody. It worked.
Get over here.
Yeah, and Scorpion was involved. I mean, we've got more Pyro Wrestling Live coming.
That's not my tail. Anyways, what?
It's not, but Pyro Wrestling Live has been on a tear. The latest episode, the audio was terrible. It was all set up before we started. Right as we started, it reset, and I'm like, I think it's fine. Should be good. Tested one thing. It was okay, and we're drowned out entirely. But it was a funny episode. Put on the subtitles. You'll get through it. And this upcoming week will be much better because it'll be live as well. We've got some fun announcements, tricks up our sleeve. I'm going to sleep tonight or eventually. Yeah. So go ahead and check us out by giving us a subscribe or follow in the description box down below. All the friends of the channel, Spaz included, as well as Cody and Liz and so many more. So thank you all for hanging out with us. This is a damn good moment. You know, they're all backstage with Dark State, and that's when, you know,
we didn't talk about this.
No, so
Miles Bourne getting attacked by Deion Lennox.
Yes,
because that led to this segment. Deion Lennox randomly like smokes the fuck out of Miles Bourne there, and it's kind of really unfair because like who's easier to sneak up on?
Yeah, no kidding. Joe Hendry can teleport, so it's one of the two.
I was making the
you gotta choose your battles and pick them. You know, you gotta go ahead and watch which one's which.
Survey polls on the pay-per-view day hangout, which is still going on. So I'm here, and my hangout is still over there somewhere.
Hey,
but I started
that's all you need.
Started putting up like funny names for people. So
yes.
For the North American Championship match, it's like, who's gonna win the match? Johnny Gargs or Def Leppard?
I tell you who's going to win. The one that has 9 arms and sucks. Jeremy.
Yes, Drew.
Chiming in.
Follow me if you see me in public. I may or may not be wearing pants.
Oh.
It's celebration.
No need here. I see it.
I'm going to be like Jon Snow and go piss off the wall.
I see it. It says Jeremy chiming in. We'll see. It's going to alert me in a second. As soon as we start talking. right? Follow Spaz if you see him in public. That is a great message. It should play. We'll figure out if it doesn't and play it again. But my goodness, thank you all for the crazy support tonight. I'm sure it's going to come across in a second, and we'll be like, hey, you do. You
Best
do.
donations. Very best.
Very much.
I
But
would never
again,
say that.
thank you
They tell me.
so very much to Jer for that one. Pico before. We've had everybody chiming in tonight. We gave away some lovely memberships. Jeremy chimed in. So did Paul earlier on.
Pico's got a
Jeremy
good
again.
question.
Yes.
Pico's got a good question.
Yes.
Who's the South American champion?
Ooh. I thought it was Omos.
Oh no.
I thought, anyways. I'm not positive, but I thought Omos was holding that until Big E gets back. Isn't that what he said? Like, I'm gonna wait for Big E, and when Big E's back, then we can do it. Make a tiny chat,
I don't know.
but we'll make it
guy,
fat.
That guy that was here earlier that dropped off the watermelons for catering.
Yeah, watermelons. Don't open those. Not until you're ready. You know how to play the game. Don't worry. You don't cut that deep.
Game.
Yeah, you don't want to cut that deep. That's a
Oh,
that's a
no.
Wait.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on. I gotta be the internet for a second.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
I already hit the button.
why is the boss of the company getting between the two guys that are fighting? Why would they listen to him just because he's their boss and signs their paycheck and decides whether they have a job or not? Why would Triple H be able to stop them? I don't understand, guys.
And then he goes ahead and was basically just ridiculous in all interviews, and it's so stupid. The whole thing is just ridiculous. Waste of money, waste of time, waste of effort. It's true. I'm saying not that they shouldn't get in trouble, but that it's going to take this long, be in trial this long, go through all these hoodles and herps and all that, as you want to call it. Right? Hoodles and herps.
Yep.
It's all that bullshit. I'm burnt out on the justice system and how long it takes to get any conviction. I don't understand. I can't fathom why it takes 8 to 10 years to put it. You know, I know there's a lot of discovery and things you have to get in line, but 8 years worth, 10 years worth plus at times. Come on. That's just pure insanity. Of course, we have the main event as well. That was the last of the evening. And Joe Hendry, Ethan Page, Tony D, and Ricky Saints. Loving the lineup. Loving it from head to toe. You know, I was excited.
Ethan, Jonathan, and Anthony.
Yes. Hey, Tony, how you doing?
Yeah!
All right, Tony, you're a little late to the party.
I knew you from down the walk and around the way.
Yeah, see? Tony. This was a good match as well. This took their previous matches against each other, set them on fire, and allowed people to cook, prime rib on it. It was great. This was so much better, leaps and bounds better than the match they had just even a few weeks ago. For me, although I haven't, been around a ton, but I feel like, this was a damn good match, and this really deserves to go ahead and get the credit that people were giving it early on. I don't think it's a hype fest. I don't think it's a finisher spam.
I think it's fun that there was a lot of light moments in this, like a lot of not quite comedy, but like stuff that you could like smirk and chuckle at, like a lot of good character moments.
Yeah, like Ethan Page slowly turning. It seems like he's got the crowd behind him and he's smiling with him. He likes it, so who knows?
Yeah. But I just feel not that it was a comedy match, but like in a fatal 4-way, like eventually people pair off. It is the way it is. It's not quite like a triple threat where one person's just like down on the outside.
Yeah, no. Usually there's alliances and teammates
going at once. But I really feel like for most of this match, it was a Tony D and Joe Hendry title match.
Yeah.
With an Ethan Page and Ricky match happening
simultaneously.
in and around it.
Gotcha. So that's how they did it. And that's how it
And
got combined with your
the only
meal.
way it stopped was every now and then when they wanted to make Tony look strong, he just took them both down because he was being really vicious to them because he's not going to be really super vicious to Joe Hendry because he's not a heel. So when
Yeah.
he wants to be vicious, it's like, okay, you can have like, throw your dukes with the champion and
Yeah.
it'll be like an upstanding contest. But when you just want to have a little rare moment, here's some dickhead
Yeah.
heels we're going to keep over in
Here's
the corner.
here's some garlic bread that's going out the window. Oh, I love it.
Here's some garlic bread to go with your pizza pie.
Here we go. These are the stale pieces. I want to poke your eye out.
Somebody said Italian carrying cross.
Is Onidi turning straight? It could be. I mean, that's a hell of a task for even our advanced laboratory. We're gonna have to tune in. I'm just glad that Spaz is doing better. I mean, we saw two weeks ago on Pyro Wrestling Live, poor Spaz got attacked by Ghostface. You were trying to get a voicemail in the back, and I was like, I don't know how much of a good idea that is. And you're like, don't worry about it. It's fine. I've done it before. I
Pick
know
up
what
the
I'm
phone.
doing.
Somebody had the wrong voice changer. It was not fantastic.
It was not great, but we figured out, what's wrong,
and I had to ship it over the border. Huge.
Since
tariffs.
then you've been healing,
Terrible
and
voice changer.
you look good. The scars are healed, and it's a big hospital bill, but we started a fund go now for you, and we haven't checked it out in a while, but you've got about 90 cents. That's great. And the fees are about $18,000, so you got to pay those too. But I mean, look, the bruises are healing. You look good. See, you're not all unconscious and not speaking. That was bad. Now you're up. You're good. See, power of positivity in modern medicine.
The YWC got really happy at the idea of me not speaking. Sorry to.
They
disappoint
did. I mean, your throat was slit like 16 times. Whoever did this hated you. I mean, that's a guarantee. They tried to eviscerate you. They tied you up with your own bowels. So.
And even with that, I still haven't had as many things done to my throat as Sasha Banks does.
Next thing you know, the police are like, we can't get any DNA off the hair. It's just a purple strand. No one knows what it's doing, but we know it's the killer's hair. We just can't figure out why we can't find it. And you're like, son of a bitch.
Wait a minute.
It's a purple wig. I knew it.
Did somebody leave a short and curly on the Coke can?
The carpet doesn't match the drapes. Somebody get me out of here. This main event, I would give a high set of stars, probably like an 8-2. Okay. They were excellent at crafting and weaving so many different small but important stories throughout the match. The working together of the heels starting to fall apart when they fell apart, then when they stopped working at all, and trading blows. The referee inadvertently gets hit. Like there is so much action in here. My recall with Spaz does not do it justice.
That's one thing I will nitpick on, and I think it happened a little bit in the ladies' triple threat match as well. If you're in a triple threat or a fatal four-way, it's no DQ. You don't need to have a ref bump.
That's true, but it was like an inadvertent ref bump. I think they just did it to be like, I got out of the way. Like it wasn't their intention, but it worked out for them. So that was kind of, because both times it was like, oh, I'm going to get hit. I pulled the ref in the way, or I sidestepped because it doesn't get me. It wasn't like they...
Yeah, but you notice they keep whatever the cheating thing is. Like if you're going to get a chair, or if somebody else is going to run in the case of the ladies match or whatever, they do that after the referee is like, okay, now I have my chance. And
I think the women's worry... I read online that the worry was that because the men's was 3, is it the women that is 4, or vice versa. They weren't sure of the actual fact, so that's what killed it.
Yeah.
But I'd rather them be safe than sorry than people online being like, no, the match wasn't over, or you didn't do it right, or whatever. No complaints. That's let them enjoy themselves.
Didn't get any cramps in the arms. No arms locking up. Pinfalls were counted properly.
Yeah.
No
now in the main event, they had a chant going on that was very clear, very loud.
Which was?
And I had it written in my notes. I want to find the exact wording of it. It was Tony sleeping. Right? So they start off there because they're talking about, Tony D. But then the audience catches on and they started doing AEW chants. And there wasn't a ton of them, but there was enough of them with what and, things like that. It was very funny to see. So I'll have to go back and clip that for us, but still, it's
You know
just
what,
like
I
so
don't
much
think that
fun.
there's a difference between that and people trying to like make we talk
Sabotage.
about crowds wanting to make it their own. Like
Yeah.
if there's a little bit of a thing, like we're talking about like throughout the pod tonight, like we're talking about the tropes with a triple threat of like, oh, it's two people fighting, one person kind of rests on the outside, and then if you're there and you say, oh, that guy's definitely doing that, Tony's
Yeah.
sleeping, like because we're in that
What
we're in
is he,
that era
Isaiah?
where we're in on the joke, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like the fourth wall has been crumbled. It's not completely destroyed. People still believe. And oh, baby, they're out there. Oh my God. The I have to go through the Facebook
But we're
postage.
tired. But we're tired of these 5 foot, 100-pound losers having 45-minute Iron Man matches.
Well, I was like, oh, I'm trying to sell these older action figures, and they bit, and then like even the conversations are pretty mental. It's
Jake, hookers are not action figures. You can't
God,
resell. They don't ever
I
resell.
tried. They were like, listen, I don't have any pocket juice, all right? And I was like, well, your ad said get laid free, and she's like, yo, it said get paid. I know, and that's how I get laid. Hey. I would stick with giving this match high stars. It was fun. It was up there. I'd give this like 4 stars, honestly, maybe even a little bit more. But I love the main event. I really like Tony D finally getting the win. He doesn't have the family behind him. He's a quasi heel, not fully a face thing anymore. It's interesting. The wild hair does it for me. He looks like a serial killer. I'm
Very
excited.
much what I think you and I said this a couple weeks ago on one of the State of Wrestling episodes.
Yeah.
What I like about this match and what I like about the lead up to this match in the promos, in the storytelling, and then in the match tonight.
Yeah.
Everybody else involved in this match, from Ricky to Ethan to Joe to the commentary, everybody was working to make Tony D what he was tonight.
Oh yeah, everybody worked together in tandem, in unison.
Three more established stars in there for sure. Ethan's made a name elsewhere. Joe's made a name kind of everywhere. Ricky, wasn't used very well in AEW, and
no,
didn't worry about it. But like they've all got more established names than Tony D. Tony D, as they made part of the storyline, is like a NXT, like a PC product, like a performance.
Yeah,
center
exactly.
And
it's happened before our eyes. No, you're not wrong. I mean, all the limitations of things and stuff of that nature.
He's even addressed it in promos of like the old version of Tony D that was a little bit more of a caricature. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No,
Wouldn't necessarily been here. So yeah, we're helping him because he's the newer guy, but we're also helping him because he's kind of trying to get rid of that old character a little bit.
Yeah, and they've also gone ahead and said things like, oh, Mr. Reliable and things like, so there was like, it wasn't really taking a chance. All well and good, but
I think everybody will like the, Vic Joseph on commentary is really underrated. Booker T and the kind of excitement that Booker T brings is
going to be a big deal. Yeah,
and
no doubt about it.
3 guys in there that know what they're doing, and I'm not saying that they carried him because he doesn't need to be carried that way, but as far as having his moment tonight, they carried him on their shoulders to make sure he got his moment
on the shoulders. Yeah, they definitely raised him up for him to leap.
Really awesome to see.
Great point indeed. I want to give tonight overall. Oh Jesus, tough. 7.75, 7 3/4.
Okay. I think I'm a little under that. I think I'm like 7 flat.
Okay.
I'm just taking into account like maybe a little bit of Canadian bias. I was having trouble with the pre-show, and it was a pre-show that I was actually looking forward to.
Yeah.
There were those matches that dipped, not a whole lot, but again, them being right back to back made a bit of a lull.
Exactly. And I had glitching on YouTube as well, so.
Oh, the blackout stuff?
Yeah. And blackouts happened during JC's match because her top came down and her nipple was exposed for like a good 90 seconds. And the ref kept telling her, fix your top, fix your top. They're telling you, fix your top. She would. And then it would fall out again. So she's looking down and she just kept adjusting her top. And then finally she thought she got it. And somebody else had to come over and help her with the back part. I forget who.
somebody, the first time it happened, and it was on the again, one more time, I'm going to take an opportunity to shout out KJ and Nick, Wrestling for Life
Yes.
Network. Go check those guys out. But watching on the live stream and talking in that chat over there, the first time it went black, we thought it was like a surprise entrance, like the lights had gone out. And it's like, oh, there's going to be a surprise. No, there isn't. The other thing is
I love that.
what I said at the very beginning. They did a very good job with the space that they had. They did a very good job with the crowd that they had. But I got to go back to what I said at the beginning. They didn't quite do the job of making me forget that they were in a smaller venue.
No. It always felt small, but it felt jam packed. So it was like, oh, this is a raucous crowd. They want to be there.
Weird perception thing for me, but that's the other thing. I don't include this in giving it a 7 because I don't think you can say like, oh, something that I thought was going to happen didn't happen.
Yeah, but you hoped.
A lot over the past like 24 hours or so. And this is not somebody that I know because I don't watch New Japan, but the rumor scuttlebutt over the last 24 hours was we might get the debut of Evil tonight.
Maybe, but
NXT.
not tonight.
So I don't want to say no surprises because, you know, Dion Lennox setting his sights on Miles Bourne was like a within the brand surprise, if that
At
makes
least
sense.
then I can try and grab when he's not working or something. It works out nicely. So yeah, absolutely.
Apparently, and this is a rumor that I think is hilarious because it's just wordplay. Everybody gets renamed when they come to WWE.
Yes.
Apparently, Evil's new name is Sinister.
There we go. The Sinister Slashers are going to get a cease and desist now. Damn it.
Funny.
Every time we get a new name, you take it from us. Every time. There we go. Better late than never. I got to figure out why this stream deck is so delayed. Because that's annoying. 7.25 for us then. So 7.25. Let us know in the chat and description box down below what you all thought of NXT Stand and Deliver. Oi, oi, oi. The WrestleMania weekend show that no longer is in WrestleMania. But we are here to take it home because we're going to be live all week, folks, on Into Somewhere Weekly this Wednesday. Game night returns Thursday and tomorrow. We're going to have a special game night to make up for the last few days, as well as some more Pyro Wrestling Live. Subscribe to the channel so we can go ahead and have you watch and get notified of all of our new specials. And all of our friends are in the description box down below, like Liz, like Cody, and so many more. But go ahead and let Spaz tell you where you can find them.
Well, for one thing, you and I are going to be previewing Rebellion this Wednesday. So
Yeah.
that'll be a good thing. I've got another pay-per-view day hangout going on Friday for Rebellion, so come join me for that as well. It's just an open chat. Come in, say hello, make a prediction, give your reactions. It's just an open chat window, basically, but it seems to be a lot of fun. Seems to me that people are liking it. Find me on YouTube, Spaz Phoenix Podcast, on Rumble, Spaz Phoenix Podcast, anywhere else you get actual podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, etc. Find me on X at Spaz Phoenix, Instagram at Spaz Phoenix, and every now and then when I do my part of the deal, I end up on Jake's live streams here, as you've seen tonight, and we sometimes talk about wrestling.
Sometimes we try to.
Yeah!
Indeed, we do. Well, thank you, Spaz, for having me on the State of Wrestling. Thank you for joining us here. And again, check out all friends. Yeah, in the description box down below. We love having you. Check out Pyro Wrestling Live. Check out the State of Wrestling and so much more. Thank you all for being here. We're so close to WrestleMania. I can taste it. Just so close.
I like
Can you
WrestleMania,
taste it?
And I like everybody else getting angry about Pat McAfee. It's
Yeah. I like WrestleMania warm.
Peace.
Like hot apple pie. Stay sexy. See you then.
In the Vegas.